Hi, it's Yvette, the craft shop girl. In today's video, what I wanted to show you is how I make my altered junk mail window envelopes into a pocket. And then I'm also going to make a tag that will fit inside of this. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to start with my tag or my tags. This is a 12 by 12 cardstock, and what I'm going to do, because I want it to have time to dry, I'm going to just make a master board in the back. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sheets from this book and I think I'm going to make them in strips. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to put down strips and then use some of my leftover coffee from this morning to put some coffee rings on it. And then I also have some rings that I can also add to that. Some stamps that look like either, I don't know, they look like, to me, they look like they could be coffee rings, or they could be ink blotches. I just thought it'd be kind of cool. Cool little effect there. I'm going to stagger this. Get the last of my glue here. Whoops. Oh well, we'll just fill that space in with something. Hopefully this fits. I'm gonna have a few little white spots, but that's okay. Stuck down there. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That worked out. Just gonna end up with a lot of them, I think. Probably need a few more pages here. dog grunting or not. But my husband's in the kitchen cooking, so my dog thinks that whenever someone's in the kitchen, they get to be in there with them to catch any food that falls on the floor, which it never does. But in my dog's mind, he thinks that that's his time to be in there to basically beg for whatever little taste of whatever we're making he can get. All right, so maybe I only need like 4 more strips, hopefully. Yeah. Probably 4 more. I'm at the end of my glue, and I was just hoping that it would make it through this project, so I guess we'll see if that happens. I want it to be upside down with these papers, but I think I glued the wrong direction. Oh well, that's okay. I just like it when the words go upside down. So, okay. Not that it makes that much of a difference, but that's when my overthinking kind of takes over. All right, so there you go. All right, there's only a few little holes there. I can always cover that up with some washi tape. And then where is... Oh. So here's my leftover coffee. Can you see that? And then I have a little mini mug that I'm just gonna dip in and make some coffee rings on it. Ooh, that one kind of puddled. You need to stop. You need to stop. You're not going to get out. Okay, so there's that. And then I like to keep a little bit of coffee in one of my recycled makeup little tubes with the little dropper. So you can always add drops of coffee to your work to kind of distress it a little bit. Do I have a towel? Let's see. Okay, let me pop that a little bit. I might not need to use my stamps. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do a few. I didn't bring my black ink pad. I didn't want to do black. Let's see. Oh, there's some. That one, and then maybe I'll do this one. I like stamping on top of the layers only because for me, it kind of marries everything together. So this would be the back side of the card anyway. So, okay, I think that's enough for now. And you can always add to it once you cut them down into smaller pieces. Then you can get some drips of coffee. You can always add to it. You can add layers of paper. Sometimes I'll leave things a little generic and then add to it depending on what I'm inserting them in. I don't have a particular journal that I'm putting these in. I'm just kind of making them for my stash. Okay, so while that dries, I'll show you how I did my envelopes. So whenever I get my mail, I always try to open it from this end, even though sometimes I will open it completely and have it open on one side. This time, this one's opened here. This one we actually opened, but I glued it. So for this one, I want it to be around 6 inches. So I'm just gonna use this one as a template. And let me see, I think these are 6 inches. Oh, I lied, they're 7 inches. So they're 7 inches, and then your cardstock, because it's 12 by 12, you're going to have a 6-inch tag. And then I'm going to cut them down so that you end up with 6 tags from the 12 by 12 sheet. Open those, and then let's see which angle I used on this one. I think so. For this one, so I used this one I think was a hotel key that I just cut into different angles so that when you're making a tag or doing an envelope like this, you can have a consistent angle. When I tried to do it just eyeballing it, I'd have all kinds of different angles. So this seemed to work better for me. So I'm just folding down this here, and I'm going to stick that down with some washi tape. Probably, let's see, I'll glue it first, and then I'll hold it down with the washi. Oops. Stamp it. This one I did it in green, but I think I'm going to do a blue insert. And I'm going to also do a blue stamp. And the other thing, let's see, what you want to have is a rag or a tissue or something to wipe off the window once you stamp on it. I try to avoid it, but sometimes I end up with ink on it. So let's see. Do you hear him? Oh my God, he's really trying. just wipes off. There's the front. And then I'll do the back side after I finish this one. I love this stamp. I don't even know where I got it. Let me see. Is it? Oh, it's this. It's Bo Bunny newsprint stamp. Love it. I love it as an extra layer on pretty much anything, really. Okay. Now do the back side really quick. And I fed my dog so that he wouldn't be hungry, and I thought he wouldn't be whining, but I guess I was wrong. One side. Ooh, I got some ink on the front of that. And we'll try, see if I got anything left on there. And depending how you use these, if you use these glued into a journal page, you wouldn't see the back side, but it's real easy to just stamp it, have it already complete. There's that, and then make sure there's no ink on this. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll just washi tape them into a book, so you still have a flip. Make them into a pocket flip. Okay. So there's that. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do my napkins. So these are just small little, like cocktail bar napkins. And all I've done is just rip them like that. And then let's see. What other flower do I like? You can use any pattern. It doesn't have to be flowers. I just recently purchased an animal print napkin. It was on clearance at Hobby Lobby. Let me show it to you. Where is it? So see, these are little, like, I don't know, 5-inch napkins. This napkin that I'm using, I actually received it in a swap. So she was swapping out napkins, and I don't remember exactly what I sent her, but it's kind of fun because then you get a little bit of everything from other people. He's just going to keep complaining, but it's too bad. Okay, so put this away because I can still use it. I still have more that I can use to embellish with. All right, so I'm using some Mod Podge. I can't say that fast. Okay. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up trimming that. Okay, so there's that. And then then this one's gonna go right about there. And then what I did for these, I want to say I let them dry, gosh, I don't know. I would say at least overnight before you start gluing anything to them. So there's that one. It's pretty easy. You know, I told my husband and I told my son, making a video, so, you know, if you have any questions, you gotta wait, or if you need anything, you gotta wait. And they were like, oh, we're fine, you know. They're busy doing their own thing in the house. So I didn't think to ask the dog if he needed something. I hope he's not coming out. I hope you can't hear him. Got a little bit too much. It's a little soggy. All right. So there's that. And my fingers are getting all sticky. And then I'm just going to take a Kleenex and kind of clean up around the edge of the window. Even though it does dry clear, this one I can kind of see where I have some brush strokes, but it dries pretty clear, so it's not really an issue. Okay, all right. So put this aside. Kind of made a mess on that one. All right. So put this aside and clean my brush later. And then I'm going to let these dry. And what I did is I have, where are they? I have 2 blank ones that I can work off of. But before I do that, I'm going to show you how I put the background in there. And all I do is slide a piece of paper in there, cut it, and then glue it in there. So there you go. That's the back side of it. And then I'll glue it. Usually I'll just glue the top part. It's still wet. I don't want to put it on my table. But I'll just glue a portion of it. You can use this, or you can use glitter glue. And then pop that down. Glue that down. Okay, so that's how you get that background in there. So now I'm going to add some washi tape on this to keep that piece down. This one I guess I didn't glue. That's my envelope. And then I have some little sayings here that I'm adding to the front. Let's see. I think I'm going to do shine like the stars and be fearless. I had another one. that. Ooh, this is down to the bottom. And then I'll do Be Fearless. Okay, so there's my 4 that are in green, and then later I will finish my blue ones. So let me show you how I do my tags, because I think they're probably pretty dry. Maybe not. Dry enough. I'll do 2 tags on the somewhat dry side. So we're gonna do, I'm doing 4-inch tags. I think that's what will fit. My memory serves me correctly. Ooh, barely. Okay, I think I'm gonna do 3.5 inch. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do 3.5 inch. So 1, 2, 3.5. Yeah, I'm not gonna do. Okay. All right. So like I said, I'll just do 2 because that is still drying. And usually what I'll do, I won't do it, I don't work on things that are wet. Usually what I like to do is I like to set anything that needs to dry overnight with heavy books on top of it. That just seems to not give me any problems. And a lot of times I work so late on my craft projects after I'm done with my work for the day that if I did try to finish a project in one night, I would stay up pretty late. So I try not to. Although there are times when I just can't help myself. Alright, so I think with this tag I'm going to do a little bit more of an angle on this one. He's drinking water, so maybe he gave up on trying to get into the kitchen. I have my door closed, so he's kind of trapped in here. And my other dog, you don't hear her. She's so good. She doesn't. She only complains when he gets near her food. So, all right. Yeah, those are going to have to, they're going to have to live under a book tonight. But at least I'll be able to finish them and you'll get the idea. How they look. And on these, I think what I'm going to do, what I planned on doing, is I did some fussy cuts with some printable fairies. So I think I'm going to glue those on with a layer of doilies. I just pulled that out right before I started, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's the plan so far. Hopefully it'll work out. This is really wet. But like I said, it'll dry tonight under a book and flatten out. I don't know if you can see that. look. For the fairies, I was going to try something different. I was going to use the wild honey. So here's my fussy cut fairies. They came in there's a bunch of different ones. So let's see. Which ones I want to use. I'll use these two. Okay. Where's my glue book? Oh, and I was going to use, I thought maybe I'd layer it with some doily on here. I don't know which side is which. I don't think it matters. All right, I just wanted another layer of something. Okay, let's see how this turns out. Maybe it might be too bright. Maybe not. Just thought I would give it a little glow instead of it being a dark antique look. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. So this is the Wild Honey Distress Oxide on that. Okay. still really wet. Okay, there's that one. I'm not really gluing it completely down. I kind of want it to stay a little lifted. Oh, the glue's really at the end. So yeah, I didn't glue it all the way down. I kind of wanted it lifted there. You need to stop. Seriously, need to stop. Okay. He's not stopping. He's not giving up. And I'm not giving in. Not giving in. Poor dog. Okay. So there's those two tags, and then I think I'm going to use this. Nah, I don't know if I want to use. I wanted something sparkly. Let's see. I'll try it. See if it works. Might be too much, but we'll try it. Try and see. It's the best thing about doing crafts is that if you don't like it, you can change it. Uh-oh, what did I do with those two? There they are. You can change it. You can go back over it. It's not permanent. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be fun. If you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. Okay, let's see if I can get all this in here. Ew. Got one. And will I get the second one in? Possibly. My tweezers are over there. Okay, I did it. I think I'll just tie this one so you can at least see one completed envelope with a tag in it, and then you get the idea. I can't even tie all this mess. Ah. Okay, let me start over again. Maybe that didn't work out like I had hoped it would. Okay, there it is. And here is my knot. Oh my God, I'm challenged with this. It's the knot challenge. Okay, I got it. There you go. Woo! That was a struggle. It's still a little bit long. Probably needs to be trimmed a bit. Okay, so there's my tag, my completed tag, and here is my envelope with her. I think that came out cute. Where's my other one so I can show you? This is going to look in the window. Oh, I love it. I love her. Can you see that? I don't know if you get a glare on that. All right, so there's two of my recycled envelopes with tags, and I hope that it inspired you, and I hope that maybe it gave you some ideas for creating some tags of your own. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.